All right. Welcome to another episode of Media Traffic and Sales Podcast. And if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome everybody. Brandon Guthrie, right? Did I say it right?
That's right, Brand Guthrie.
Cool, man. Welcome. Welcome to my show, my new show for agency owners and business owners, made by an agency owner and a business owner. So tell everybody and me, what are you all about? Who's Brandon Guthrie, and what are you doing at the moment?
Awesome, man. Yeah. So, and I can jump into my story, but just to give you a quick background, um, yeah, just digital marketer. I own a marketing agency. We have now 10 plus team members. We have 2 offices, and we're growing. It was a long road to get here, a lot of lessons, but now we're growing. We have a craft that we're proud of, and we're able to serve clients, and it's really exciting.
How long have you guys been running as an agency?
Been fully going full bore ahead since 2014, but I've been at it since 2006.
Oh, wow.
That was kind of all started, but it kind of started all coming together in 2014.
Nice, nice. That's kind of a similar timeline to when we started our agency as well, like the end of 2014, 2015. So tell me a little bit more about your agency. Like, how is the structure? What kind of clients do you guys go after? What's the name of your agency? I think,
Dream
um,
Design Labs.
what is it?
Dream Design Labs.
Dream Design Labs.
Yes,
And
sir.
people can find it at dreamdesignlabs.com, correct?
Yep. That's my
Awesome.
website.
So, what kind of niche are you guys in, and how do you guys helping these niche?
I would say our niche is we have success. We have case studies in the turf industry.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good one. That's very niche, and we're crushing it there. In the last 6 months, we actually generated $2 million in gross sales for a new client. They just started in January, and we cleared 2 million about a month ago. So they've been at like 300K a month in sales, and so we're just expanding that niche.
Wow,
Uh,
that's very exciting, and that's in the turf industry.
yeah, turf industry, that's one. We're working also in the e-com industry. We also have other local businesses. I would say that we're we have a kind of a holistic approach of understanding buyer behaviors and using emotion and stories to be able to captivate people to want to take action and do something that's going to make their lives better. And
Okay.
so whether that's e-com or lead gen or physical business, that's kind of how we go about it, is uh, connecting with people through emotion.
So, for the turf business, are you guys generating leads? Are you guys sending people to a funnel where they kind of like prepay for some kind of services? Or how does that work for you guys? What do you guys go about the process to promote a turf company?
So yeah, we run Facebook ads, and we send them to a funnel, and we incentivize them to fill out the form. And then we actually, one of the things that actually made this business in particular probably triple is the automation that we use.
Mm,
So we use Go High Level. We use the text messages, emails, Facebook Messenger. And I would say one thing that makes us really unique compared to probably most people, and I know probably maybe some people are doing this, but I haven't seen it,
mm-hmm.
is we text message really personal videos to new leads. So the lady that's going to set the appointments, we have her hold her iPhone up and say, "Hey, this is Amanda with this turf company, and thank you for reaching out, filling out the form. I personally am going to be reaching out to you to help you, get you that free quote. Talk to you soon."
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty
So
cool.
that's the job of your appointment setter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how many appointment setters do you guys have?
Well, I wouldn't. It's not my appointment setter. It's the client's appointment setter. So
Oh, okay.
when I go to a turf company, when a new turf prospect, we let them know the structure that we know works, and
Mm-hmm.
that's that we need an appointment setter. And
Ah.
and there has been conversations of, hey, can you provide that? And that almost happened, and it didn't happen that time. But I can actually see that happening in the future, where we actually are going to end up having an office with basically people setting appointments.
Wow, because I mean, I've spoke to a lot of agency owners. I've never had an agency owner tell me our niche is turf companies. We've had a turf company once reach out to us for us to do their lead gen, but we didn't ended up taking it because we focus on more like life insurance and lead, real estate leads.
Hmm.
Um, and mortgage, if they have the right budget, then we do mortgage leads as well. But no, I think the turf companies are kind of like a blue ocean for you guys. Is it easy to land clients? And how do you go about landing clients for that niche in particular?
Yeah, for sure. So we're fortunate enough to have people on our team that are really good at outreach on Instagram, and also using Instagram outreach to gather emails and basically send out an email that's very hooky,
Okay.
because we were able to show that case study. And I actually record a Loom video of myself
Hmm.
going over the process, showing you this is not fake, this is real. And we send that out, and we basically just say reply yes if you're interested, or reply no if you never want to speak to us again. And we get lots of yeses. So
Okay. So you essentially create a video explaining your process or your strategy, and then you have people sending it out to Instagram on Instagram, DMing basically business owners and asking them if they're interested or not. And if they are,
yeah.
they book a call with you guys, right?
Right. Well, actually, we have them. We DM and we email them, because you can get a business email off of an Instagram account. So we email
Okay.
them as well, and we we actually don't. We kind of put up barriers because
Mm.
we want to qualified people. We actually say, if I say, if you're still interested, you may request to submit an application, and then
Mm-hmm.
if they're still interested, then we send them a job form, and then it asks them all of these questions that clearly qualify them or not.
Okay. So from the jock form, do they go somewhere else? Do they book a call with you, or what happens after they finish the form?
Right, right. After they do that, if they qualify, then we send them the link to book that call, and then they talk to me or one of my salespeople, and we just kind of show it to them. It's not. It's awesome because it's no hard selling. It's like, hey, this is what we got. You do. I
Yeah.
hate to say it, but do you want it or not? you
Yeah,
know.
it's a yes or no. Like even if it's a five or $50,000 deal, at the end of the day, it's a yes or a no. You know what I mean? And the more people you reach out to find out if it's a yes or a no, you're gonna get some yeses along the way. And
Right.
that's basically what our business entitles, of. So we use a lot of paid ads for our new age for new clients. I mean, we spend about $500 per day on new leads and new opportunities. How much do you spend on like lead acquisition or appointment acquisition, in terms of appointment setters or, the whole process? What do you think you guys are spending to scale up?
For the turf
Yeah.
client. So yeah, they're spending about, I think we just cleared, we're just cleared $1,000 a day. Uh,
Okay.
and so we just cleared that. So we're doing about $1,000 a day, I would say. We've done up to $5,000 a day. So that was pretty cool. uh,
Okay.
but cost per lead varies. Definitely big on the market. If I was going to give anyone a tip, the market does matter big time.
Mm-hmm.
The area. So for turf in particular, and I know that every industry is different, but with turf, if it's easy to grow grass somewhere, they're not going to be in as much pain and being a buyer in heat,
Mm.
uh, and they're not going to need turf as much. It's not going to be such a hot ticket. But in hot climates, turf is actually a really sensible solution. And it can be like that for probably anyone, whatever their industry is, to think about the market. So if we onboard a client in a a nice area that anyone could easily grow grass, it's going to be a different cost per lead. But so what I'm getting at is in hotter climates, we have cost per lead down to $20 per lead, and higher end is $60 on in probably a norm and
And
nice climate.
and probably the average cost per ticket on these turfs probably is over $1,000. Am I right?
Yeah, it's more like between the lowest I think is probably 2,500 bucks, and the average is probably about 8 to 10,000, and a lot of them
Wow.
are 20 or 30,000. So yeah, it's
Okay.
a high ticket item, and high ticket items are great for Facebook ads.
Exactly. Exactly. That's yeah. That's the only reason why we do lead generation. Because and we only help people that have high ticket, services to sell. And if they don't, it wouldn't make sense for us to even run their ads, and it wouldn't make sense for them to pay us our retainer. Now, when it comes to retainer, how much do you guys charge? And do you guys charge setup fee, or how does your pricing is?
Yeah, we definitely we charge a setup fee. We charge a monthly management fee. Setup fee, I on the conservative side would be at least $5,000 setup fee, and management is going to be at least $3,000 a month. And we actually charge. Um, we also include a 10% of gross sales as
Hmm.
well. So that way, I mean, for one, we're not interested in 3,000. We're interested in 60,000 a month,
Yes.
coming from your, several millions per month that you're making. So that's how we charge, and it's just going to keep going up because
Hmm.
as you keep building case studies and your time is running thinner, prices go up, supply and
Yep.
demand.
Yep. Yep. So, do you feel like when you started this whole marketing thing, this whole marketing journey, you were charging less, and the more and more you start having this experience, your price started to go up? Is that what's happening for you?
Yeah, yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I didn't start out at that, definitely
Yep.
not. You
Yep.
gotta earn my way in. I'm sure some people, kind of go right out of the gate charging high prices, and more power to you. I don't have those kind of cojones. So,
Same thing. I mean, my first retainer was $80 a month. That's my
wow,
first client. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
then from then, it just started going up. The more I started learning about marketing, the more I started, educating the client more. Then I started, you know what? I deserve more. I've been at it for way too long to get, a low monthly package or a monthly fee, a low monthly fee. So, which leads me to my next question. Like, $3,000 is still like triple of what we charge for our clients. How do you get a lot of no's when you say $3,000 and a $5,000 setup?
yes, I mean, some people can't afford it,
Yeah.
and that's okay. We've pretty much what I've seen is that if you can't afford that, probably not in the right place to scale to that next level.
Mhm.
And you might be able to, get started with something smaller than what we have going on.
Mhm.
But our business flow, just the way it's all set up with our team and everything, it just doesn't make sense to charge those lower prices at this point for us. So we might refer you to someone else until maybe you're ready to come to us.
Nice, nice. This is actually the second. You said the same thing. I was interviewing an agency owner that used to be the CEO of HostGator,
Mm,
and he said the same exact thing you're saying right now. It's crazy because both of you guys are doing well over seven figure, and what you're saying is so much aligned. So when it comes to a team, because this is where we're at right now, we're trying to build a team, but we're having trouble, finding good people to work for us and people that are reliable. How do you guys find reliable people to work for your agency and provide that high level service for your clients so you can charge that 5,000, that $3,000 per month?
yeah, I mean, I would say my experience, what I did was I definitely offered to to get things going, I'm not scared to offer a lot of money. I'll
Mm-hmm.
throw a lot of money at people to get them excited, and I'm not greedy. I'm thinking about the long term,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't see that in everyone. Interestingly enough, but so I got a good marketer excited, with basically a large percentage,
Okay.
and from there, to get the team started, that's how I got the team started. And now that I have a good foundation, now I'm SOPing and able to put people under him that don't need to know how to make $1 million. They just kind of need to know how to do the SOP.
Yeah.
So I would say that that's a good way to get someone involved that knows what they're doing. Another way would be just to pretty much pay someone a higher amount, premium, that you might look at and you're like, well, that's kind of a lot. But figure out a way to make it happen. That's pretty much what I would say. That's how I did it. So that's what I could say there.
So for instance, like for our appointment setters, we pay them like 30% commission on deals they set up appointments for. For closers, we do about 20%. Do you think that's like a healthy pay ratio for these people to get us clients and get them motivated?
Appointment setters, yeah, I would say that's definitely sounds like a good percentage. It's 30% of what, but how? 30% of what amount?
30%, our packages start at $9.99 and they go up to $3,000, which is our highest package.
Got it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So if they close it, they get that one payout.
Yep, they get that one payout every single month. The client pays, they get paid
Okay.
automatically.
Yeah, that's good. No, that's definitely good for that person right there.
Yeah.
That's right where I have for my salespeople as well.
And people love it when I introduce them to our pay structure. They love it, they get excited. But after the fact, and even we have SOPs in place, we have a training how to get how to get appointments with Instagram, how to get Facebook, how to get appointments with Facebook. We have it all in videos set up for them. But still, like we onboarded 40 appointment setters and closers, but we're not seeing the amount of leads and appointments coming in as much as we're actually spending on paid ads. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're running paid ads and you're not seeing the return on that you're expecting, I
No,
would say,
definitely we're seeing return on the paid ads, but not return on hiring people and actually incentivizing them and stuff.
okay, so you're seeing return on,
Yeah,
you're
we
saying,
run lead generation ads for
yeah,
our
for
agency.
your
Yeah.
client, for your
Mm-hmm.
clients you have a return, or for your agency you have a return?
For our agency, when we hire appointment setters, we don't really get any appointments happening from them, even though we have the SOPs in place, videos, even recordings of you know voice calls and cold calls of other people that made appointments. But I feel like something is missing, but I don't know quite what it is.
Okay, so you're saying you're running ads and that's profitable, but you're having these appointment setters cold call people?
Cold call, message people on Instagram the same way you told me, but we're like more, we don't send them a video. We say, hey, are you still doing real estate and so and so? Are you still a mortgage broker in this state or something? And then once they respond, they kind of create this relationship and conversation, and they eventually get them on the calendar.
Got it. Okay. So if they're kind of doing that outreach stuff, um, I mean, it's all about the hook and the messaging
Hmm.
at that point. For us, it's been the $2 million case study that we have. That one's been a big hook, but we're actually, and that's good. It's been working, but we're actually going to take it a step further, and
Mm.
we're actually going to have a good hook, but we're not going to. We're actually going to make this change very soon, which is not just showing them the system and saying, "Hey, do you want to apply or not?"
Hmm.
We're actually going to send them to a landing page where I talk about we talk about our story,
Mm, okay.
because that's something that I think not enough people do, and it doesn't. Without that, you don't create an emotional connection, and people love stories.
Mm, I
I
see.
don't know if you've tried that or not, but I know we are going to. I'm really excited. I know it's going to increase our conversions. So basically, what you might do is you hook these people with this appointment setter, and you say, if you want to learn more about this, head over this link and check out our story video, or check out this page, and that's where you have your story video, and then you have a form there for them to book a time after, and they will, and many will book through that, and the quality of those appointments are going to be much better than if you're just talking about how much money they're going to make.
Mm,
No emotional connection at all. They don't care about you. They only care about the outcome. But if they hear your story and the adversity you probably already gone through, and how you work super hard to get to where you are, and how you become a better marketer and better servant of the clients,
okay.
um, then they will see that and care and feel more emotionally connected to you. And then you drop in your achievements of,
Mm.
look what I've done, and and I would probably see a better quality appointment.
So you highly think that a story or a company story or your story in specific can have a high impact on closing a high ticket item, even if it's a
That's
little bit overpriced. Since they've heard your story, they relate, they're emotional about it. Even then, even if numbers don't make sense, sometimes do you think they buy it just because they know you better, or now they feel like they're your friend or something?
I don't think that the numbers do still need to make sense, but
Okay.
it's they buy from emotion, they justify with logic. So they're
Okay.
gonna, and they need to buy you before they buy your service,
Okay.
because they need to buy into you. They need to buy into who you are as a person, into like how you deal with things, how you care about things, how you're gonna care about them as a client. They need to buy into you first, and after they bought into you, they need to buy into your service, which is results. Okay, now that I bought into you, let me now I, first of all, they're gonna have star eyes, right? They love
Mm-hmm.
you. They have star eyes. They have like hard eyes, and they're like, oh, I love you. You seem like a cool person. I really want to like work. I probably want to work with you. Um, and then they're going to look at those numbers and justify that. Oh yeah. I definitely want to work with this person because of X, Y, and Z. So it's a component that I honestly I didn't implement in my business for a long time, and now that I've been implementing it, I've been just crazy things have been happening.
Nice, nice. So if you could give like one advice for agency owners that are, trying to scale up, they're trying to get to that next level, let's say, what would you tell them, and what would you actually tell your future? I mean, the past you, like let's say in 2014, what would you tell yourself then right now?
I would say to use stories and be real, and don't be only about the results. Don't be only about the money. Use You need to use emotion. People
Mm,
buy through emotion, justify with logic. And I would also say that another big thing is to be really good at putting value in perspective
mm.
by explaining what you're doing in a way that makes them be like, wow, that's a lot that you're doing. I've had literally people say, I didn't realize how much you were doing. Now that you say that, yeah, 100%, let's do it. Whereas before they were not sure. So those, I would say, so that's kind of two things.
So I found out that when you get too much into the details, at least I don't know, with my leads, is too much detail sometimes could like drive them away, get them overwhelmed. How do you like show your value without getting them with all this overwhelmed, all this information overload in their head?
I would say once you know what you got, it's easy. You kind of just throw out the basics. Um,
Basics.
for one, I would say once again, if you have them emotionally tied through your story, they're already like halfway sold.
Mm.
You. So, and then for me, I remember my last close actually was recent. They paid full price, full setup, full management, full percentage, everything. And you want the call was just once you know what you've got, you have your results. You just say, I was just like, there's three things: Facebook ads, there's a funnel, and there's automation, and that's it.
That's it. You know, and we just put it all together with our complexity and our method, and it works. And
And
that's all
people,
they need to know.
right? Exactly, because people, business owners don't want another problem to deal with. They want I've learned this the hard way.
Mm.
I've tried explaining everything like crazy techno babble, as they say, and the fight or flight in your reptilian brain kicks in, and when you feel overloaded, your brain says check out, run away, and so
Exactly.
you need to tell them. And if you need to tell them technical stuff, you say, this is what's happening, this was happening, but don't worry about any of that. We are going to do all of that. You just worry about this one thing.
Dang.
Okay. And they
Okay.
say, they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. They almost like sound relieved, like they were getting worked up, and then you just like relieve them.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I see. Cool, man. Well, it's been an amazing episode. I think I've learned so much, and everybody that's gonna see this or listen to this on iTunes or Shopify or whatever, Spotify, they're gonna learn a lot of things. So, thank you so much for being on here. Best of luck with your agency. You guys are killing it. Yeah, man. Thank you.
awesome, awesome, man. I appreciate
Uh,
you having me on.
appreciate it. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next time.
Okay, sounds good, man. Have a good
Take
one.
care, brother.